Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made. An absolute huge welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Again, the news coming out of Turkey today is really heart-wrenching. The death toll is fast approaching 8,000, and just the souls lost and the empathy that us light workers are feeling is almost overwhelming. So I will try and touch on some lighter topics today. I'm still not going to go to the relationship between Turkey, Sweden, Finland and Ukraine. I was heartened. The time is not now for people like myself to get involved, the ordinary citizens. There will be time when money is called upon to assist and to help with rebuilding, and we'll definitely be there at that time. But Australia, I was pleased to say, immediately came forward with $10 million in humanitarian aid, and I'm sure we will be sending several of our Orions over packed to the rafters with supplies. Sorry if I get a bit emotional about this. I personally went through quite a large earthquake about 35 years ago where there was dozens of people killed at work at the time, and it was on a reclaimed mudflat land, so it was a very shallow earthquake, and it was just like jelly, so feeling it a little bit. I was absolutely heartened to see the world coming together again. I mean, I know it's incredibly sad that it takes these disasters for the world to come together, but it just proves that we can live side by side, that we are empathetic, and we are there for our fellow man despite our disagreeing. So the Swiss, Mexico, US, Poland, Croatia, Czechoslovakia, Greece, India, the UK and Taiwan have all sent crews with sniffer search dogs, specialised rescue dogs. Even Israel is sending engineering help and aid, and countries that are sort of arch enemies, so to speak, of Turkey and Syria are coming forward with humanitarian assistance. So I'm really hoping, and I will read on this down the track, but now is not the time, that this coming together will shed things in a new light, and it's all part of the change that we're going through, but it is horrific that it has to be such an event that we do actually shift perception. Okay, what I'm going to have a quick look at first up onto something a bit lighter. I was asked about the bald eagles in the US, and in particular a bald eagle called Harriet. Now, I have not looked into Harriet. I often glance at a headline or get asked a question and I look no further, because I don't want to bias my readings in any way. So I'm going to have a quick look at the bald eagle in general and then Harriet in particular. The bald eagle is obviously the symbol of the US. It has been reduced from endangered in most areas to threatened. They do have a 20 to 30 year lifespan. In captivity they can live longer, as most animals can, because they get a better balanced diet and vet treatment. The bald eagles, they mate for life, so I am curious to know, I didn't look into it, that if their mate is killed, then do they remate to another? I'm not too sure. Perhaps one of my viewers can tell me about that. Incubation period for eggs is 1 to 2 months, depending on the climate, and the chicks are in the nest for 4 to 5 months. So basically they breed once a year, if at all. So I'm going to have a quick look at just I'll have a look at Harriet first. Now, what my lovely viewer said, that she has disappeared. She's got 2 chicks that are left behind in the nest. I will assume that they are being cared for in some, well, okay. They're waiting for Harriet to return. If she doesn't return, then the chicks will be cared for, removed from the nest and cared for in captivity or with human intervention. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Show me what's the energies of Harriet. What's happening with Harriet? What's happening with Harriet? Harriet the bald eagle. Goodness me, in Australia our symbols are the kangaroo and the emu. And we literally, there's more kangaroos in Australia now than there were 200 years ago, because kangaroos are herbivores. We've done a lot of clearing, so there's a lot of lush pastures, and when things are good, they can breed very like rabbits, literally breed like rabbits. They can have one in the pouch. They can the way kangaroos breed is that they mate, the embryo is fertilized, and they can actually stop the development of the embryo until such time as they're ready, the conditions are right for that embryo to become a joey. So if there's drought, they go, we'll just hang on to that embryo for a while until there's more food around, or if they still have a joey in pouch. So yeah, they're pretty much like rabbits. Emus are not quite as prolific, but we've got a lot of emus too. Okay, show me the bald eagle, Harriet. Show me the energies of the bald eagle, Harriet. The bald eagle Harriet, who's missing from her two chicks. What's going on with Harriet? What's going on with Harriet? What's going on with Harriet? The bald eagle. The bald eagle. Excuse the dog's barking 2 doors up. I'm not feeling her. I've got this fly. Sorry about this. Welcome to Australia. I've got a sticky fly that's pestering. Okay, the signifier is the Magician. So this is about manifesting possibilities. You have everything you need within to create what you need to move forward, to magic happening. Challenged by the Two of Wands, a crossroads. I'm feeling that these chicks are going to have to be rescued and reared, is what I'm getting. Possibly even it's the 2 chicks here. But it is a crossroads moment for these chicks. So what I'm getting is that it's bringing forward all that is needed, all that has been discovered in the past on how to rear these chicks. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm plugging into the chicks. I'm not feeling anything about Harriet at all. So we've got the 6 of Cups, which is about, well, it's the past, but this is the path to maturity. The emotional path to maturity. My goodness, those dogs are going nuts. Sorry about that. And having to pack up and move forward. The coming out of this, the energies that's coming out of this backstory. Yeah, I'm feeling that these chicks are going to have to be brought up by humans in captivity. This is about this is the growth, bringing forward empathy and compassion, and working together. Emotionally working together to make this magic occur. It is a crossroads moment for these chicks, and things are going to have to move very quickly for them. Heartbreak, despair, 3 of Swords, a choice having to be made. 10 of Pentacles, so an ending of a cycle, but the community coming together. The community coming together, often so it's intergenerational. but this is earth energy I'm getting for her. And then a plan coming to fruition. Okay, on the base we've got the Tower card. So endings and something being broken down and rebuilt. The Queen of Cups, emotional calm, stability. And the Nine of Wands, new boundaries being set. But what I'm getting is that Seven of Swords. I knew I would draw this card. I think I'm getting a real feeling that she has been killed somehow. Possibly poison. She's picked up. I'm seeing a mouse or a rat or something that is deceased, and she's picked it up, and that rodent had been poisoned. Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves. Five of Pentacles, isolation, despair. Yeah. I'm really hoping I'm wrong in this. All I can do is channel my boys, but what I'm really seeing is they're showing me a rodent of some sort that she's picked up that was on the ground, and it had been poisoned, and that the chicks are going to need to be rescued. So, okay. Wasn't the news I wanted. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, moves are going to need to be made for those chicks is what I'm getting. They're going to be reared. Okay, I'm going to have a look at the bald eagle in general. Boy, that's a sticky fly that's hanging around. If you see me waving, it's Australia in summer. It's just what it is. The flies get really sticky, and they like to hang around. Okay, show me. Oh, the cards are as slippery as. Show me the bald eagles. The future of the bald eagle in the US. The future of the bald eagle. I'm seeing that extra protection is going to have to be brought in. Habitat. It's all about habitat. Extra protection for the bald eagle is going to have to be brought in. Extra protection. I don't know what extra protection you can do for these bald eagles. I don't know what is in place at the moment. But yeah, okay, thank you. She may be found. She may be found, and they'll do what I'm getting is that an autopsy, and they'll find out that what she ingested is what killed her. And therefore there's going to be new protection put in. It's going to be one of those, okay, we've got the feminine energy and the hard work. So it is the empathy energy and the hard work. Empathetic energy. But it's going to be, so you're going to end up with a situation where it's between, it's a battle between the farmers and the bald eagles because of the rodent problems. Okay, right. Tell me about the bald eagles. One of my gorgeous viewers asked me, how do we know the pendulum is my guides and not me? I'm not using the pendulum in this particular reading, but it's the same with the cards. When I finish a reading, I usually don't realise what I've actually even said, including all the burble that goes on. I don't remember it. I'm purely the conduit. I am the messenger. But I will in the future, when I'm using the pendulum, put my finger in focus so that you can see that it's not me moving it. Okay. It is a trust thing. Okay, show me the bald eagles using my intuitive cards. Show me the future of the bald eagles. What do we need to know? Something's fallen out onto the floor. I'll grab it in a minute. What do we need to know? The future of the bald eagles. Future of the bald eagles. Thank you. What fell out? Ah, back again. Okay, big. Big. So it's going to be okay for the bald eagles. Bring me down. Let's go through this story. Oops, got my cards upside down. Okay. So this is the energy of good. There's going to be a large, possibly even out of Harriet, because I feel like sorry, I've got this fly, he's driving me nuts. Once a wild creature is named, there is an emotive connection to it by humanity and by the media. And I think what's going to happen is once she's found, there's going to be a large move towards this energy, an overwhelming energy of positivity. The path forward is not going to be easy. It's going to be convoluted, and it is going to take science and networking. This is a difficult message. It's going to be a difficult message to get across and for people to hear. A lot of okay, thank you. What they're telling me, so this is the court jester hat. If you think back to medieval times where there was, the kings and the rulers, if there was a very difficult message or an unpleasant message, the only one that could tell the king the message without risk of losing his head was the court jester, because he would do it in a humorous manner, and would often receive a whack up the side of the head, but he could pass the message on. But it's unpleasant messages that are difficult to hear. Science is going to bring a difficult message. Okay, we've got the dark cloud is going to be divided by actions and consequences. So this dark cloud that the bald eagles are hanging under is going to be, so this difficult message is going to be heard. So the dark cloud is going to be divided by, right, okay, thank you. Further legislation to protect, further protection about actions and consequences, and we have the helping hand given here. Right, something that is small is going to be decreed. Thank you, guys. I was wondering what the word was. I've got agreement and document written down here, but they're telling me decreed, so this is part of this justice. And magic will happen from this into the future. Love and security and happiness brought forward by the masses. Interested the fact of this devil energy here, the evil energy. Okay, thank you. This is part of a world shift, that this evil energy on the world stage is currently in force in countries. The leap of faith forward is going to move forward. Bullseye, and they're telling me I'm spot on. Bullseye. Don't need to go any further. Destruction will end in restriction. So the movement of destruction, I'm getting habitat here, will be restricted and is in the past. There is going to be some wealthy person that's going to come forward bravely and end this for the freedom of the bald eagle. It's going to take hard work, but it is positive. Currently at a crossroads moment. It will be slow. It will appear slow to some, those of us that want it to happen yesterday. But it is a crossroads moment, and the future is not yet written. Okay, so that basically clarifies there is going to be a wealthy person that's going to come forward as the protector of the bald eagle. I don't know who that's going to be. They're going to take it on as their mission. There's going to be legislation to protect their habitat. There's going to be new rules come forward, but it's going to be okay, but it's going to be slow, and it is a crossroads moment. Okay, thank you for joining me. Let me know about Harriet and where that goes. Okay, love to you all. Bye-bye.